Alright, what's up guys, Chauncey here. Today is Monday, July 11th, and so far the market is down about 0.6%. That's the S&P. NASDAQ down about 0.7 and the Dow about 0.5. So as you can see, we saw a strong move down at the beginning of the Asian Open last night, and then right now it's just been kind of choppy around this area. The VIX is sitting at 2665. That's VIX futures, up about 2.31%. So today I really want to see the VIX possibly get back above 27. 2730 is a level I have on that. If it doesn't do that and it goes back to test Friday's lows of 25, we could see a move higher in the S&P and the other indexes. So I'm gonna pull up a calendar for this week. So this is like a economic calendar for the week. Key things are CPI Wednesday, nothing today. We got a Fed speaker talking, and then we got jobless claims, PPI Thursday, and then retail sales Friday. So the key thing that everybody's gonna be looking at is CPI on Wednesday. So I might be live streaming that day, at least for that event. So yeah, we got about 27 minutes until the market opens. Like I said, I'm looking at the VIX futures mainly right now. That's starting to drop, up about 2.2% right now. Like I said, I want to see it over 27 for a strong move down today, or below 26 where it opened at in the Asian market to see a strong move up. So yeah, right now it's just kind of choppy. Gonna wait until the market opens to take any positions and then just see how we play out from there. All right, so we got about 18 minutes until the market opens. I'm gonna mark some of my levels here on my NinjaTrader platform that I'm looking at. So I'd like to look to go short around this level. This was, well, like 38.67.75 was the level, the low from Friday session. So I'm gonna look to go short below that, depending on how we look. VWAP is right here. That's the white line to the upside, which is basically where the VWAP is. We'll call it 38.80, and then I guess we'll call this high. Let's see. We'll call this another resistance point. And then basically all the way up here till 3,900 are the next levels I would have. As far as if I wanted to go long or look to short, depending on how the strength and weakness looks in the market. Like I said, I'm going to wait till the market opens because I want to see what the top 5 are doing. Apple's currently at 146, trading kind of sideways. NASDAQ starting to go back down, so yeah, we got the dollar making a strong move up today, so that's, bearish for the overall market. And then we got oil popping really hard off 100 after we saw a strong move down. That's still down about 1.5%. So if oil continues higher, that could be bearish for the market. So yeah, those are the kind of key levels I'm looking at. If we break below 38.68, I'd be looking towards 38.50, 38.55, that area. So I guess I'm just gonna wait to see what happens. And yeah. Alright, so we still got about 8 minutes to the open. Still ranging in between this 3880 and 3868 level. And then all the way up here we have 3886. And then I'm gonna mark 3892. Because you can see this is value area low from Friday, and it was also point of control at one point during the day. So I marked that, and then all the way up at 3900 would be the next, maybe 3895 too. So yeah, if we see a strong move up at the open, I'd look to see how the other indices and how the top 5, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, Google, how those are looking, to possibly go short or go long. VIX is looking a little bit weaker right now, so yeah, like I said, I want to see the VIX below 26, 26, 25, around that area, to look to go long, or possible reverse point. But it all depends on how the market's looking as a whole. I'm not going to rush anything just because it's Monday, so I'm basically just playing off Friday's levels to see, So these are basically the levels that I marked are kind of Friday's point of control areas, value areas. So like I said, we'll wait to see 6 minutes until the open. So yeah. All right, 2 minutes till the open. I'm gonna look to go short possibly if we see a strong move down at the open at this 38.68. If I do, I'll probably go trade a couple micros just because it'll be, at the open we can see a strong move back up, and I don't want to risk too much right off the bat. But we'll kind of see. I'm not gonna try to go long right away, but just because of where we are currently looking like in the market, I would take that short trade at this 38.68. So I'm just gonna wait and see. Got about 1 minute and 8 seconds. So yeah, like I said, I'll probably take like maybe half a micro or half a what am I saying? Basically 5 micro contracts would be half of just one normal ES contract. So probably do that, maybe 3 to 5, depending on, like I said, what the top 5 are doing, what the VIX is doing, and what the other indices are doing. Right now, the Dow is making a move, pretty strong move back up, while the Nasdaq's kind of going down. So could be some choppiness in ES. I'd like to see all 3 of those move together. We got Apple moving down at 145. So yeah, about 25 seconds. So I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. So right now we got the Nasdaq opened up pretty weak, but it's kind of bouncy right now. The Dow is making a strong move up. As you can see now, the ES is starting to as well. See cumulative delta going up as well. So this white line's the VWAP, so I'm gonna see how it tests around here. If we come back and kind of break around this choppy area, I might go short and try to take it to this 38.68. But right now we're looking strong. We got Apple bouncing, the top 5 bouncing. Nasdaq making a strong bounce as well. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't go short. I kind of waited to see if it would get towards this level, because if I would have went short a little early and went around this area, we'd see a strong move up reversal. So I'm gonna see how we test around this level, 38.86. If we can hold above VWAP. Right now the VIX is going down, everything else going up. So yeah, gonna wait patiently. Like I said, I might look to go short around this level if we come back down, just because this looks like it's a good support level. Got a lot of wicks in this area. But my upside targets would be this 38.86, 38.90, and then possibly 3900 up here. But cumulative delta is kind of getting weaker. Already negative on the day. So yeah, the Dow's making a strong move up. Apple bouncing off 145.13. The top 5 are looking stronger right now. So far, strength in the market, even though we're all red on the day. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a strong move down, strong reversal. So I'm kind of going to wait for that. But I don't want to force it or get in too early and short into this strength. So I'm gonna keep waiting to see if I see anything I like. see if we can hold above the VWAP. Or if this could be the lower highs that we see for the day. So I'm seeing a lot of so we got the Dow making strong highs for the day right now. The Nasdaq isn't really following that. It's starting to go back down kind of. So the ES is kind of just chopping in the middle. So I'd like to see it go kind of one way. The top 5 are starting to drop. So I might short right now with a tight stop. See if I can get filled. Missing my entry. Sheesh. Missed that fill. I'm trying to wait to get back in a retest, because I don't want to force anything. But we got the market looking a lot weaker right now. Top 5 are dropping. Let's see if I can get filled. I don't want to get a bad entry though. Alright, so we took a nice scalp towards this level that I had marked. Man, if I would have got filled all the way up here towards the VWAP, that would have been a nice trade. But, you know, I took a nice scalp up 275. So, yeah, we're seeing a lot of weakness in the market right now. NASDAQ dropping hard, top 5, Apple, all that moving together now. Like I was talking about earlier, the Dow was making a strong move up, and now it's leaving a long wick on the 15-minute. So yeah, we're kind of starting to see things move together. That's definitely what I want to see, as I'm trend trading majority of the time. So now we're seeing strong moves down, new low of the day right there. Might look to take one more scalp, but I'm not going to try to force anything. But you know, we're seeing a lot of weakness right now. See how we react around this low of the day. Here, seeing a nice little bounce in the indices together. Just gonna get out of that trade. Didn't really like the setup. Kind kind of went short too low. Things are starting to kind of bounce, but oof, terrible fill. Getting out of that. Yeah, so I tried to short at the low. Terrible idea. See a strong move on cumulative delta. So let's see. Top 5 are kind of starting to slowly bounce. Not really, as we're starting to break new lows. Cumulative delta with a strong spike though. NASDAQ breaking new lows. But I don't like how this cumulative delta spiked, so we could see maybe a strong reversal for momentarily. But we're making new lows on the NASDAQ. Dow's still kind of in a strong candle right now. Alright, there we go. More new lows for the day. Let's see what the next targets could be. It's like 38.54, 38.53 area could be next support level, potentially. Got NASDAQ breaking 11,900. Top 5, Apple, all that making new lows for the day. Try to wait for a reversal to try to get back into a short. Could wait 5 minutes for the next 15-minute candle to form. Seeing some small bounces in the top 5 and the NASDAQ. If we see more weakness, I'm going to try to get back in maybe, but still kind of right at the lows of the day, so. Got oil dropping. Cumulative delta, as well as just the S&P in general, starting to base around this area. See a kind of a push up there. Let's see how that reacts. Yep, so you see See how this is kind of basing, kind of not making new lows, as well as the S&P in general. So this could be maybe a test, could short around this area to see, you know, how we look. But all the indices together are kind of bouncing along with the top 5. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. But if cumulative delta starts getting weaker, I might look to short. But the VIX is also looking weaker, so that's more of a positive for the S&P as far as a bounce standpoint. See how this candle reacts. If it flips back red, I might look to go short to a break of low of the day, but not gonna force it because there we go. See how this level reacts and see if we can go back up and test there. Not really looking for any long trades just because it'd be counter trend trading as we're down 1% on the day. I'm getting out of that trade. I don't like how cumulative deltas kind of spike up. We're getting real choppy around this area, so. Oh, and there we go. Bounce down. Let's see. Might go for a quick scalp.
Order filled.
There we go. So strong move down. I took 2 contracts on that trade just because, I don't know. We see a lot of, so I'm going to point over here. We see a lot of base sticking around this area. And then I got out because I don't like how cumulative delta. See it spiked up right here. Then we saw a strong candle. Then the candle after that, we see a strong move down on cumulative delta and the candle as well. So we went and broke low of the day, and we see strong move down from cumulative delta. And so I just took a bigger size and just took a quick scalp. Wasn't trying to force it. So I'm gonna call it a day for trading. Right now we got Apple at 144, down 2%. We got the top 5 all together: Google, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Tesla. Those together as a whole down 2.81%. The Dow, I'm so confused because the Dow is, kind of showing strength. So that's kind of while the NASDAQ is showing weakness. So it's kind of making the S&P a little bit more choppy. As you can see, we're going up. But if you look at the NASDAQ, that's looking a lot weaker than the Dow is. The Dow is only down 0.5%. You got the NASDAQ down 2% and the S&P down 1.15%. So just kind of some choppy areas. The VIX is starting to break high of the day. Like I said, I'm going to see that above 27. We got the NASDAQ now making new lows for the day. So, if the Dow turns around and flips and goes, if that becomes a lot weaker, that could really be weak for the S&P. But you got the Apple and the top 5 not making new lows for the day as well. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna call it a day. Finish up 475. Kind of choppy around this 38.53 level. Like I said, if the Dow just follows suit, it could really get weak. Pull up the Dow chart. It's not popping up. I'll do 10,000. Actually, I'll do a 15-minute to show you guys. So my other screen's my Thinkorswim. I'm looking at a 15-minute Dow chart. So as you can see, this is making a strong move up. At least a strong wick up compared to, pull up the NASDAQ now. So this is the NASDAQ and this is the Dow. So, as you can see, this is looking a lot weaker than what the Dow is doing. So, and then the S&P, of course, making new lows for the day, kind of basically moving with the NASDAQ, but the Dow, like I said, it's a little weird how it's just, looking a little stronger. So I wouldn't be surprised if either the Dow flips and follows the S&P and the NASDAQ, or both indices flip and start following the Dow a little bit more. We got gold moving up, oil moving down about 2.6% at 102. I really want to see oil below 98 to stay bearish on that. That'd be better for gas prices. But if oil stays above 98 and 102, that could be bullish for oil. We got the dollar up at 108, making a strong move for the day, so that's bearish for the indices. And then we got the 10-year at about 2.9%. So that's that moving down a little bit from Fridays. That could be, bullish for tech, and on a daily trend, not so overall. But that is basically it. Probably leave the stream on for a couple more minutes just to see what happens. But we got the Dow continuously kind of bouncing off 3150 area, 31,105. But we got the top 5, Apple below 144 now. VIX made new highs for the day, approaching that 27 level. So Could see a rejection off 27 on the VIX and possibly temporary bounce on the S&P and NASDAQ, or we could just see a strong move through it. Friday's high on the VIX was 27.25, so yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna wait to see. Definitely not gonna force anything else, but we'll leave the stream on. So there's a bounce in the S&P and the NASDAQ. Like I said, I've been saying this multiple times, obviously on stream, but the Dow's been kind of showing strength throughout the whole day, and now that's starting to bounce. Which I don't know why it's not updating on this. But see the NASDAQ starting to kind of bounce. Here, I'll just pull this screen over and show you guys what I'm looking at. So this is the screen I'm looking at to see what the overall market is doing. So over here you got the NASDAQ, you got the Dow, you got Bitcoin, you got bonds, 5-year, 10-year bonds. These are just market internals, tick, trend, and then the S&P advance and decline, which basically just shows you the trend of what the overall market is doing. Those kind of just all mean different things in different time periods. This is just the top 5, like I always talk about. You got Google, Microsoft, Tesla, Amazon, Apple. So I like to see what all those are doing because those are the top 5 holdings of the S&P, which I'm only trading the S&P. You got Apple down here, Tesla, 10-year, and the dollar. So that's basically what I'm looking at to see, you know, what the market's doing all together because I'm trend trading the S&P. So I like to see everything moving together. And then obviously I like to see the VIX moving the opposite way. You got gold and oil. Oil bouncing off, bouncing off like 101. Like I said, I want to see it below 98. And 102 is a key level as well. So if it gets above 102, could be more bullish for oil. So yeah, like I said, I was saying the Dow was just bouncing, and it made this strong move up on the open, while the NASDAQ made the strong move down, and the S&P made a strong move down. So I really want to see all 3 of those move together, and that's just continuously bouncing. So, you know, we'll see what happens throughout the day. I'm going to call it a day trading, though. Move the screen back over. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me. You can join the Discord. The link is in the bio. S&P starting to bounce. But yeah, comment any questions. DM me on Twitter, Instagram, anything like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Go check out all my other videos of live trading. And then I have a couple videos where I walk through my old trades. So yeah, go check those out. Subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.